You would think, given the sheer amount of Range Rovers and Range Rover Sports which we have in our collection, that we would be running out of room at this point, because these are not small cars at the end of the day. But that is a testament to just how quickly they leave our collection to their new owners. This is another gorgeous 2016 facelift HSE Dynamic, and once again, we don't think this car is going to stick around for very long. So, of course, if you have already been looking for one of these, we would recommend reaching out sooner than later. But more importantly, when it comes to this exact car, let's get into why. First things first, there's the saving over what these cars were when new. There is a reason, after all, why people are suddenly so keen on buying these cars, and it's because of the value. These were up around £60,000+ luxury 4x4s in 2016. Now, this exact car, with of course the option of low deposit financing on top, under £18,500 for a vehicle which to this day looks as if you just spent £30,000-40,000 on it, and your neighbours would probably think so too. On top of that, it has barely average mileage for one of these, which, believe it or not, is 80,000 miles. And that really is a testament to just how high many of them are, and that they've already proven themselves, as we often say. This one, though, is significantly lower than many, and being finished in Santorini black with full heated ivory leather and aluminium trim. It's a stunning looking car. This era of the Range Rover, it really is one of those cars in either Range Rover or Range Rover Sport form, which looks fantastic in virtually any colour combination. This one, of course, is an effortlessly classy one though. Black with ivory is timeless, it is clean, it's classy, and it looks fantastic. To go along with that modest mileage though, it does, as you would hope for, have a full main agent and specialist service history. In fact, it was most recently serviced by ourselves, barely 20 miles ago, and for any of you who do follow our collection closely, you'll already know exactly what engine it has, because it's the one we always try to find. By far the most in demand for these is the 3-litre SD V6. Why is it the most in demand? Simply put, because it's the best of both worlds. On the one hand, you have the kind of power, the kind of performance, especially the kind of towing capacity which you would need and want from not just a Range Rover, but really any large luxury or family-oriented 4x4, 300 horsepower, 700 newton meters of torque, which is a monstrous amount of pulling power. But, and here is the crucial advantage over previous generations of Range Rover, which are still very popular in their own right, these can average, even with that power, even with that torque, up to 40 miles per gallon, as high as 44 on a motorway run. And that really is impressive for a car with this kind of space, and certainly the level of kit which is packed into these. Just before we get to said kit, even its road tax benefits immensely, certainly for a 4x4, because it's so efficient, at £345 a year. And of course, for any who have been looking around the market for a 4x4, you will have probably noticed that more than a few are nearly £800 a year to tax these days. To return to the point of its kit though, of course, being a HSE Dynamic, it's very, very well appointed. It has that panoramic roof with full electric blind, parking sensors front and rear, with of course reverse parking camera, touchscreen display with multiple 12-volt power points, auxiliary, Bluetooth and USB inputs, an 8-speaker sound system with voice control navigation, cruise control, power opening and closing tail, xenon headlights with signature LED day runners, and of course LED lights on the rear as well. Dual zone climate control with, of course, ISOFIX anchor points if you do intend to, as so many people do, use it as a school commuter or a family car, perhaps a holiday vehicle in general. As its name implies, being a dynamic model, it does have adaptive dynamics with a high-low transfer box, meaning in literal terms you can actually go off-road or through the tough stuff if you ever need to, which of course you would want from a 4x4, and on top of that, torque vectoring as well. Once again, for what was a whole lot more expensive than this when new, essentially 3 times the price, and still for a car which looks, smells and absolutely drives like a vehicle not only with a fraction of the miles, but with a significantly higher price. Well, if it were not already clear, this is a perfect example of all the boxes being ticked to make this a car which will fly out of our collection very, very quickly indeed. So if you would like to reach out and get in touch about this particular HSE Dynamic Range Rover Sport, you could of course send us an email to the address shown here on screen, or give us a call on 01749 871 155, or of course on our mobile number of 07482 267 439.